Ethan had always believed that life was something that just happened to you. Some people got lucky, some struggled, and some, like him, just floated somewhere in between, never failing, but never truly living either. His days were a quiet, predictable loop. Wake up, stare at the ceiling, get ready for work, eat the same breakfast, take the same bus, sit at the same desk. He worked for a company that neither inspired nor bothered him. He wasn't unhappy, but he wasn't single quotes to anything. His life moved like a slow river with no waves, no wind, no direction. But buried deep inside was a dream he'd long since abandoned, the dream of being a writer. He used to write short stories as a kid, but he stopped when people told him, writing doesn't pay the bills, or you need something practical, so he listened. He chose safety, stability, and predictability. He stopped dreaming. Years drifted by. One evening, walking home after another long, ordinary day, he felt an emotional exhaustion that was heavier than any physical fatigue. The sky was gray, the air smelled of rain. As he passed the small bookstore on Maple Street, he noticed the lights were still on, well past closing time. Curious, he stepped closer and saw a frail old man inside, stacking books. The sign on the window hit him with a strange pang. Store closing forever, final week. Something tightened in his chest. He pushed the door open, a soft bell chiming his arrival. The old man turned and smiled warmly. "You're my last visitor today," he said. "Feel free to look around." The store felt like another world, quiet, warm, and filled with stories waiting to be discovered. Ethan wandered the aisles, trailing his fingers across the spines of books he once loved. And then he saw it. A small, worn-out notebook with a handwritten label. For the one who still believes in stories. He opened it. Inside there was nothing but empty blank pages. The old man walked up behind him. "That notebook has been here for 3 years," he said gently. "People pick it up, look at it, and put it back. No one ever buys it. Why?" Ethan asked, his voice barely a whisper. The man shrugged lightly. "Maybe empty pages scare people. They mean you might have to choose. You might have to begin." Ethan froze. The words echoed in the quiet store. The old man continued, "Most people don't fear failure. They fear starting. Because once you start you must commit. And commitment changes everything." Ethan swallowed hard, his heart starting to beat faster. He looked down at the notebook, feeling a quiet voice he hadn't heard in years begin to stir. "You're closing the store?" he asked. "Yes," the man said softly. "After 42 years. I spent my life surrounded by stories. But you know something? The greatest stories aren't the ones on these shelves. They're the ones people never dare to write." The words washed over Ethan, a gentle but powerful wave. He stared at the notebook's empty pages, the blankness seeming to hold endless possibilities. The old man stepped closer and whispered, "One choice can change everything. Most people don't realize they're allowed to choose." Ethan stood there, the notebook in his hands, feeling the weight of all the years he had spent just drifting. He imagined going home, waking up, and returning to the same routine. He imagined himself at 40, 50, 60, always wondering what might have been if he had just dared to choose differently. A tightness grew in his chest. For the first time in years, he felt alive. Not comfortable, but truly alive. Quietly, he walked to the counter. "I'll take this," he said, his voice firm. The old man smiled, a slow, knowing smile, as if he had been waiting to hear those words for a very long time. That night, Ethan sat at his desk, staring at the notebook's first page. His hands trembled slightly. He hesitated, took a deep breath, and then he wrote the first sentence. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't beautiful, but it was real. A week later, he wrote another chapter, then another. Slowly, the spark inside him grew into a steady, bright flame. Ethan didn't quit his job the next day. He didn't become a famous writer overnight, but something fundamental had changed. He had made a choice, A choice to begin. A choice to try. A choice to live his life deliberately, not accidentally. Months passed. Ethan finished his first short story and shared it online. People read it. They loved it. They asked for more. And for the first time in his adult life, Ethan felt proud of himself. A year later, he visited Maple Street again. The bookstore was gone, replaced by a cafe. But he remembered the old man's words as clearly as if they'd been spoken yesterday. One choice can change everything. Ethan smiled, holding the notebook close to his chest. He knew, deep in his heart, that one simple choice had unlocked a door he thought was closed forever. And that choice became the beginning of the life he was always meant to live. What choice is waiting for you? What story are you afraid to start? Maybe today is the day you pick up the pen. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more.